Hello everyone, so for today's art we're going to be looking at drawing a realistic human eye just like the one in the middle here. To do that you're going to need a 2p coin or something round around the same size. You're going to need your normal school pencil, a rubber, a ruler and a piece of kitchen roll or tissue paper like this. With the kitchen roll or tissue paper all you need to do is fold it over once like I've done there, fold it over again. This time fold it into a triangle and fold it again into a long triangle and then give it a good twist at the end. So what you get is a nice hard point and you'll figure out or find out what that's for later. To begin, all I'm going to need is my pencil and my coin here. I'm using a lined paper, but the lines are going to really help you draw this eye and they're going to be a really good guide for you. So you can use your purple books for this. Take your 2p coin and you're going to line it up with the top of one of the lines like this. You'll probably find it's about 3 lines wide. Then just very faintly draw around the outside of the 2p coin like that, so you've got a circle. Then you're going to need to draw another smaller circle in the middle between the top and bottom line there. If you can't draw a circle or find it really hard, you can get an adult to help you with this one. But the more accurate and round the circle, the better your eye is going to be. Then I'm going to need to grab my ruler. I'm going to need to draw a 6 centimetre line. So I'm going to put 3 at the bottom here underneath the eye. And then I'm going to put a dot where the 0 is. I'm going to put a dot where the 6 is. And you don't need to join them up, you just need to have the 2 dots there. The final thing that I need to do before I can draw my eye is just draw a slight curve inside this circle. Now the reason we do that is because when you look at your eye, your eyelid takes off that top shape of your eye. So what you can do is draw this line here and then rub out the top, just to give it that more realistic shape. Don't worry if you accidentally rub out any of this line, you can just go over it again very faintly like that. Now we need to draw lines, curved lines that will connect these dots together. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm just going to take it very slowly, going upwards, and just draw a slightly curved line that will draw that together. Can you see I didn't just go from one straight quick line? It's one slowly drawn curved line. Same again, so it's join this bit up to here now. So one slowly drawn curved line to get the top of my eye. The next thing to do is just make this end bit here that little bit long. You can do it on either side to me, so I choose to do it on this side. Just make this one this little bit longer. Then put a curve and a small straight line. So can you see you've almost got a little tiny triangle just in that corner now. And then we're going to draw our bottom line. Same again, we need to draw some slow curved lines just to join up the bottom of the eye to the corner, and same again here. Little curve on the end of this bit. And a small, slowly drawn, curved line just to join up at the bottom. So now you've got your basic eye shape. All I need to do now is go around the outside in a slightly harder pencil. And hopefully you can already see how I'm going a little bit darker, the shape of my eye is starting to stand out that little bit more. Okay, there's the top line of my eye done. Now I'm just going to see the bottom one. But there's no rush with this, take your time because it is tricky to draw the eye shape. And remember you're doing this freehand, so you're using no rulers, for example, when anything's draw around. So now I've got my basic eye shape. All I need to do is just put one little C shape just in this corner here just to create that final bit there. The next thing we're going to do is fill in the centre of the eye. Now the centre of the eye is going to be filled in dark, but we're going to try and make it look more realistic by making it seem like it's catching some light. That's your eye's job, to catch light so you can see objects. So I'm just going to put a little curve in that corner there, and then I'm going to press hard and I'm going to colour in this circle darkly. Slow down when you get to the edges. When you get to any lines, and then hopefully what you should see is that this eye, now in that top corner, is catching some light. It's actually looking at something, so it looks more realistic. Next thing we're going to do is look at the bit around the outside of this centre of the eye. Now, if you look at your eye in the mirror, or look at an adult's eye, you'll probably see that they've got some yellow around the outside of their eye, that black bit. That's perfectly normal, and every single person's is different. And we're going to try and draw that by drawing lots and lots of little tiny lines like this, close together, almost like drawing little tiny hairs. Every now and again, we're going to do a longer one. So there's a longer one there, a couple of smaller ones, a couple of really small ones, and then maybe have a longer one again here. Turn your page if you're finding it a little bit hard. Lots and lots of little tiny lines close together, a couple of longer ones again. Turn your page. Remember, keep turning this page as well, because drawing around a circle is quite tricky. Don't move your body, move the page, because it will really, really help you. Maybe just one more longer one just there. And what's quite nice, because you've already coloured in the eye, it doesn't matter if you go over the line and go into the centre of the eye, because it's already really dark. So now you've got that centre of the eye just there. I might put one more, just slightly longer one just at the top there. Then we're going to go around the outside of this part of the eye. This will just give that eye a little bit of shape and a little bit of shadow. So we're going to start at the top. Now this top bit's going to be quite thick, a bit thicker than the other lines we're going to do in a moment, just because there's going to be more shadow there from the eyelid. Then we go around this side, pressing a little bit hard with our pencil. So you get that one there. Then we're going to go along the bottom again, pressing a little bit harder with our pencil. Again, it's going to be a little tiny bit thicker, this line. And press hard with your pencil. Take your time and go around that circle. Remember, this bit that we're drawing around now was that 2P we drew around right at the start. And now we've got a nice thick eye that stands out in the middle. And then we're going to go around the outside, not this top bit, but this line, and this line here. We're going to go around the outside, just drawing lots of little tiny lines again, just like we did for the middle of our eye. And can you see how these lines are quite small and they're close together? There's not many gaps in them. There are some small gaps, but there's not big gaps, so I try and keep them quite close together. Don't worry if this isn't perfect. You also see they're not massive lines, they're not going right into the middle. There. That's that done. Now you're probably wondering what the piece of toilet roll or kitchen roll was for. This is exactly what we're going to use it for. We're going to use it here to blend our shade. So we're going to press hard and we just start rubbing, just like you would a rubber, and just start pushing those lines you draw quite close together into the middle. Now don't worry if you're going over the lines, we'll cover that in a second and just clean those up. But for the time being, I want you to try and get these lines that you had here and try and blend them and push them into the middle, because it creates a little bit of darkness both around the outside and the middle of your eye. And hopefully you can see where I haven't done it here yet, how the lines are really still quite close together, but here they're starting to blend into some shading. Just press and push. You can also do a little bit of this top line too. What you end up with is that shadowy effect in the middle of your eye as well, so it looks a bit more lifelike. And like I said, if you've gone over the lines, just grab your rubber, because they're very, very faint. It's only some shading. It rubs away really, really easily. Just look at this top bit here. I'm just rubbing very, very lightly with my rubber, and it's actually going away. All done. Final couple of things we need to do is fill in this corner bit here. So I'm just going to do a little bit of darkness on the bottom. Just a one sharp line just there, and then just fill it in the rest of it by pressing just lightly in that corner. And the other thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of darkness. Can you see how I got so much pencil on the end of this piece of tissue paper where I shaded earlier? I can just rub some of this into the corner if I want to. Just to give that little bit of darkness. If it's not quite working, what you can do is just press very, very lightly with your pencil again. You see it's very, very light. And then just rub again. Just to give those corners a little bit of darkness. And then the final thing you need to do, you want to go over any lines, just make them a bit neater. You can. I might go around these middle lines again, because remember where we've been rubbing, that darkness has started to disappear. I might just make that eye in the middle stand out a little bit more. Any final rubbing out you want to do around the outside, and there you should have one realistic looking human eye.